XFM News.
Good evening, I'm Daniel Monroy. Today we're having a rainy day with high chance of thunderstorm and strong winds with a brief tornado possible. Right now it's 19 degrees. Our top story. Environment Canada says that a line of severe thunderstorm may move from Michigan late this evening, with severe winds up to 100 kilometers and brief tornado possible. The drop in a new home construction in London has caught the attention of builders and experts. XFM reporter Pratika Huja has more.
The sharp drop in home construction across the London region is raising concern about future housing supply. Jared Zafman, the head of the London Home Builders Association, says,
This year, not having nearly as many, single-family homes and townhouses built, potential homes for people to purchase, when things again start to heat back up and the demand starts to rise sharply because people will be ready to make that purchase, we may be in a situation, sort of almost prior to COVID, where the demand had peaked so strongly, there wasn't enough supply to meet the demand, which can obviously then in the end have a price impact too on what the sales price of a house is.
Jared also said GST rebate for first-time buyer is a good start, but applying it to all home buyers could make a bigger difference. Right now, the added taxes on new homes remains a major barrier for many people looking to buy. Pratika Huja, XFM News.
With the WSIB now in the week 4 of their strike, employees in the WSIB are hoping for a deal as soon as possible. XFM reporter Evan Fredrickson has the story.
Vice President of Comms Aaron Lazarus emphasizes that workload is a continued focus in ongoing negotiations.
The other piece on the table is around workload, and that's something that the union has talked a lot about, and we've got a proposal that we would expand our joint committee that we have with the union on workload so that we can go further faster together with dedicated resources to bring that number down. So we've already brought it down by 60% since 2021 when it was at its high. We've got 100 net new people working in claims management right now, and we're committed to doing even more. So that's where negotiations are.
Both parties remain at the table as they hope to reach an agreement soon. Evan Fredrickson, XFM News.
Fanshawe College is hosting an Indigenous social and smoke dance event at Forwell Hall. It's a celebration of culture, identity, and endurance. XFM reporter Theodore Ramarak has more.
Institute of Indigenous Learning and the Fanshawe Student Union invites the Fanshawe community to a social and smoke dancing event. We caught up with the Transition and Learning Advisor Casey McDonald to ask what the smoke dance means for Fanshawe.
Yeah, even though I'm not Haudenosaunee, I think just as an Indigenous person, it's nice to see the kind of representation here at the college, and also just to participate in a community event with other Indigenous and non-Indigenous people to celebrate Indigenous History Month.
She went on to say what could be done for the preservation of Indigenous tradition.
Oh yeah, for sure. I would say participating in events and spreading the word about events, and then like you said, definitely education and just continually learning and being open to learning new stuff about Indigenous people.
Theodore Ramarak, XFM News.
Canada's population rose to nearly 41,550,000 in the first quarter. Brenda Molina Navidad has the story.
Statistics Canada says the population rose by a little over 20,000 people from January to April. It marked the 6th consecutive quarter of slower population growth after the federal government's decision last year to lower the levels of both temporary and permanent immigration. But immigration still accounted for all of the growth in the quarter. Canada admitted more than 100,000 immigrants in the first quarter of 2025, while net immigration totaled more than 17,000. The number of non-permanent residents dropped by roughly 61,000. Brenda Molina Navidad, The Canadian Press.
One person has died after a single vehicle crash in Tillsonburg. The driver was the only person in the vehicle at the time of the crash and was pronounced dead at the scene. The cause of the crash has not been determined and the police are still investigating. In sports, in the NHL, the Edmonton Oilers lost against the Florida Panthers yesterday for the Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Finals, so the Panthers became Stanley Cup champions once again. This is Florida's second championship of the NHL. In the NBA, the Oklahoma City Thunder will face the Indiana Pacers tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. for the Game 6 of the NBA Finals. Right now, the series is 3-2 for the Thunder. In the MLB, the Toronto Blue Jays will play versus the Arizona Diamondbacks today at 7 p.m. And both teams will also play tomorrow for the third consecutive game at 3 p.m. The Detroit Tigers are also playing today versus the Pittsburgh Pirates at 6:30 p.m., and both teams will also play tomorrow at 1 p.m. XFM traffic. Express Avenue is closed from Napier Street to Argyle Street for repairs. Adelaide Street is reduced to a single lane in each direction between King Street and Horton Street due to bridge construction. If you have a traffic or news tip, call 519-455-NEWS. That's 455-6397. Your environment kind of forecast. Today we're having a rainy day with high chance of showers and a thunderstorm and strong winds. Tomorrow will be mostly cloudy and rainy. And on Friday, we'll have a sunny day with clear skies and a high of 26. Right now it's 19 degrees. Find more news online anytime at 1069dx.com.